What up, man? It's your boy Big Cell. I am sitting here with the legend himself, the great, my man K Solo. So if you don't know who K Solo is, just know that there's not a piece of earth God has created that He hasn't written on. So that nothing else to be said. What's going on, brother?
Hey, how we doing, Big Cell?
I'm good, man. So we here in Jacksonville at the Iron Elite event. What do you think about it?
Hey, man, already out the pack.
Yeah.
A1, A1. A beautiful breakfast with the Titans, future Titans, man. Sarge has done an outstanding job. Shout out to him and his wife. The hotel, the layout, the breakfast, everything has been A1.
When you think about the Iron Elite program or the title Iron Elite, what does that mean to you?
To me, it represents like people who have made a mark in the culture, who have carried forward a legacy of what the African American rider has participated and contributed to the motorcycle culture.
Okay. When you think about the Titan Award, a lot of people have a misconception about the Titan Award, thinking you just got to be a rider. But I try to explain to them that the Titan Award is so much more.
Yes.
What is it for you?
For me, it's an honor and privilege to be amongst men like yourself and women like Piper and Diamond, Mama D, and all of those. To me, it represents people who are at the pinnacle of the culture, who have contributed greatly to the culture.
Now, you've been a black man, African American, whatever title we want to put on it. You being K Solo, your riding style is different than the average, than the average black man or African American. Do you ever get slack from that? Do you ever get people to say, you're doing too much, or?
Oh man. It started when I was in the club. People say you're doing too much. Man, what do you mean I'm doing too much? That's what I'm supposed to be doing.
Period.
I'm supposed to be riding. I'm supposed to be going to fellowship cross country and living a biker lifestyle. I couldn't understand that. And so for me, and I'm diverse, you know what I'm saying? The people, I'm on the right side, back side. It doesn't matter to me, period.
Two wheels don't have no color.
Exactly, because to me, it's getting out there and exploring and riding, seeing the back roads of America on tubes, man, camping. I love camping. So for me, I've taken the approach of it's therapy for me, and I don't say just therapy. People say it's therapy for me. No, it saved my life. It literally saved my life.
And that's why I'm taking me places I never would have went. Had I not been motorcycling. The Hoka Hey, it's a hell of a challenge.
It is.
It's a hell of a I'm gonna call it a bicycle stunt. What made you want the desire to say, hey, not only do I want to be a part of it, but I'm gonna win this thing?
For me, I always try to give my best at everything that I do. And getting out there, being among some of the most elite riders, and that's the way I looked at it. I'm like, hey man, I can't do that. Riding 1,000 miles a day for 10 days straight, camping outside, sleeping outside next to your bike. I said, but shit, I'll accept the challenge. I want to do it. And for me, I said, if I'm going to do it, damn it, I'm going to win it. So when me and Sharif and I said we were going to do it the first time, I came in third place on that, man. And I made some mistakes, some rookie mistakes. And I learned from it. So I went back the next year in 22, and I applied that for what I learned, and I won it. And my perseverance was there, you know what I'm saying? I didn't give up. And I challenged myself. I looked at it like I was a warrior going into battle. Me and my horse, my steed, and I rode the hell out of it, man.
And he did that too, winning. Have you won it twice now, right?
I won it once. The first black African American to win the Hoka Hey.
Wow, amazing. What has been, if you could pick just one scenario, one scene, what is the most beautiful scene that you've ever seen on your motorcycle?
The one that you always talk about, man, when I'm eating the lobster on the side of the mountain.
On the side of the bees out, man. You know what I'm talking about? That man eating the homemade grill and the whole 9 yards, the pack, bro, amazing. For me, that was amazing.
Yeah,
Where was that at?
In Oregon. I was up in Oregon on the Pacific Coast Highway, man, and I was riding, and the scenery was beautiful, man. I had an overcast. I had a little cutout that I snuck behind the barrier, and I set my tent up. I had my campfire going, man. Pulled out my grill. Threw it on there, man. I had some steak and lobster, man.
That had to be as close to God as you could ever probably get.
Yes, and the mist was coming up over the cliff, man. Oh, wow. So I'm sitting there just breaking my bread, my feet off, my dogs out, man. We was there, put them dogs up. But it was probably one of the most memorable scenes. as a biker that I was as close to where I wanted to be with it.
What is, because a lot of people don't know that we do still have fear when we ride.
Yes.
What has been the most scariest moment that you've ever experienced as a rider?
There's been a lot. There's been a lot, but I think the most scariest was during the 22 Hoka Hey.
Okay.
When I did crash on the last day, probably about 250 miles from the finish line.
You crashed because of fatigue, bike breakdown, road conditions?
I would contribute to fatigue.
Okay.
Because pushing 9 days, 1,000+ miles a day, 2 hours sleep a night. I pushed myself to the ultimate limit, man.
Okay.
And I drifted off. I was looking to the right at the scenery on the Badlands. If you ever been to the Badlands, I was looking at the scenery, and I drifted off, man. And next thing I know, I was tumbling off a 12-foot embankment.
Wow.
And it ripped off the saddlebag, the tour pad. Everything was just, you damn near stripped the bike down. Wow. But luckily, I got it back up, and a lady was coming by. We attached this big loggers chain to the bike. I just said, F it, man, and pulled it out. Pulled it out, man. It was incredible.
Wow. This motorcycling thing, if you had to do it all over, would you do it again?
I would, man. I mean, it's been great. It's been great, and it's still great. You know what I'm saying? Because the places that I've been, I'm kind of sort of a historian. I like going to places, man, off the beaten trail. A lot of history, and for this month of Black History Month, I've been posting some of my visits to historic Black places.
Wow.
The first African American school, Freedom Town, Freedom Hall, and places like that. That really inspired me, man, to sit there and say, this is my legacy. This is the first that we were allowed to do this as people, you know what I'm saying? So I just don't ride. When I was in a club, I rode for that brand. Now I'm riding for my brand, you know what I'm saying?
And it's an awesome brand too, man. A powerful brand, a brand that you can believe in, and definitely a brand that makes a difference. You feel what I'm saying? So for me, when I tell people all the time, like, man, listen, I know y'all think I'm bad, but this man right here, is the GOAT in my book. And I love how humble you are as far as saying, hey, every rider has their legendary. Every rider has a legend.
Every rider has a story. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? A legacy.
And this is my road. You take your road.
Right.
And it doesn't mean my road is bigger or better than your road. It's just what it is, man. So
that's right.
Again, brother, I love you.
Yeah,
I appreciate you.
Hey, man.
We done grown up from here. I remember when he was this tall. You know? And to see the giant he is now, man. So if you could leave anybody watching this that may be interested in motorcycling or is motorcycling, with one thing, what would it be?
I would say start out riding for you first, just to get the experience of riding someone new. Get out and ride. Go across country as an independent by yourself. Yeah. That freedom, because when you join a club and it's going to constrict you. Because you're going to ride for that brand now. They're going to put stipulations on it.
That brand may only go this far. That brand may only go that far.
Exactly. Yes. And so, get out there and experience it first, so that you can know both sides of the story. Don't go into one thing and be constricted to it, and then you're like, wow, what's out there? I want to go over here. I want to go over there. The bond that you're going to make in the club, you're going to break. Things going to happen. Yeah. There's only 3 ways you leave a club. You're going to quit, you're going to get kicked out, or you're going to die. Period. So those are the only 3 ways you're going to leave a club. But get out there, experience it first, travel the back roads, go to some places, ride the coast, ride the Route 66, the 40, the 20, the 10, go up to the 90, go up the Main, do the 4 corners. Look at some of these organizations that will promote you to ride, to get out and see things that you would normally see. And you never know. You may say, well, shit, this is what it is to me. Period. So that's what I
tell you all the time, and I'm going to leave y'all with this again, motorcycling over MCing any day.
Any day. And we both
hey, we both done been
we go way back, man.
So
we go and listen, before I get off, I want to take this same plug to you.
Yeah.
You are definitely an icon and a legend within the motorcycle culture. You've always been there, man. From your podcast, from you getting out doing it, you've inspired me. I love you, my brother. Continue to do what you're doing, no matter what you face, no matter what adversities, highs, lows. Continue to be a positive influence to this culture, because people look up to you. I look up to you. I know Sarge does. I know a lot of people do, man. So without a doubt, just keep doing what you do.
There it is, man. Motorcycling versus MCing, man.
That's it.
Again, love it, get passionate about it, and I promise you it won't let you down.
That's right.
K Solo, ladies and gentlemen, the great.
Big sick. My man.
Peace.